As we live in this world, especially as followers of Christ, and we hear biblical commands of not to lose heart, we begin to question it. Not lose heart? When we have rivals who seek to question and discredit what we say and what we believe. We have some who confuse with misleading statements and misleading practices to try to steal people away from us. But you know what? There's something amiss in their message. And so it causes us to sometimes step back and ask, especially as followers of Christ, what makes our mission? What makes our ministry? What makes our faith tick? Well, as Paul talked to the Corinthians, there were some who believed that there was a veiled gospel. Somehow you couldn't quite get your hands on it. Somehow you couldn't quite see it. It was hidden. In some ways it was obscured. For some it was unknown. And it sounds like the world today that there are some who probably believe the same thing, that the gospel is veiled because we can't quite get it. We can't quite see it. We can't quite understand it. It's sort of left unknown to us. But the reality of it is it's not the gospel that is veiled. It is us who are blinded by the God or the gods of this world. Those gods like to fiddle with the message. It might be something you hear on the television. It might be something you hear out of the mouth of somebody who claims to be proclaiming the truth. But as they fiddle with the message, they want to play games with it. Sort of play games with your head and play games with your heart. Some people just want a gospel of Jesus Christ that is sugar-coated, that make me feel good, Pastor. Just say the things I want to hear. Scratch my itching ears. And some like to do a clever twisting. All of this is just to attract attention, to attract some sort of following into lifting up the person, the proclaimer, rather than pointing to Jesus. And what it does, what all this misspeak does, is cause us to have misinterpretations. It causes us to have misunderstandings. And ultimately causes us to miss what it's all about. Indeed, our eyes do become obscured. And if we listen to this stuff enough, our mind becomes dulled. And if we're not careful, our heart becomes covered. And it's as if we are cast into the darkness. And there, the darkness presses in. Ultimately, the darkness pushes away. That's the first take.